Hello subscribers, this is yours truly JBlue68. Today is November the 20th, Wednesday, comic book night. Hallelujah. And we are 1 week away from one of the biggest holidays of this winter season, that being of course Thanksgiving. And what will be the last comic book week of the month of November. I have a comic book haul for you all that I hope you will enjoy. But before we get into this haul, I want to say first of all, thank you to my subscribers. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, for liking, sharing, and commenting on this channel. Please tap that bell so you can get more videos like this as I post them immediately. Well, the first book that we see is the DC Dollar Comics Lex Luthor Man of Steel. I'm so glad that DC has started their Dollar Comics line like Marvel did, but a lot of comic book companies are doing the same thing now. Dark Horse, Image Comics, etc., etc. But this is a extraordinary cool cover here, and I've been saying it for the longest that DC has been killing it with their covers, man. Of course, this is a throwback book, but this is a very, very gorgeous cover, very well drawn. The colors pop out, and just the sinister look in the face of Lex Luthor, with Superman flying in front of him as his target audience, literally. All right, so let's move on here. Next up, we have Marvel's Absolute Carnage number 5. This is the final book in this series, written by the very talented Donny Cates. He's all over the place in the Marvel universe, as well as doing some other books independent of Marvel. This is a very good book. I read it tonight. Extraordinary ending. I really liked it. It was written almost to the tune of a film. I like the ending and what's to come. The villain that was shown in the very first book revealed again in this one. I don't want to give too much away, but there's a lot coming in the future of the Marvel universe when it comes to the comic books with this particular character. Get it, read it, you will enjoy it. Absolute Carnage. Absolutely. Next up, Something is Killing the Children, written by James Tynion IV. And of course, I had to say that this is for mature readers only. This is definitely not a book for kids. And I really have to say that as YouTube is about to come up with their new rules and regulations for YouTubers effective December the 10th. This is from Boom Studios. This is a frightening book, creepy book. Again, not for children, and I can see this as an upcoming TV series in the future. Probably not right now, as it has content that is similar to Stranger Things and to Stephen King's It cinematic movie, and to the book as well. But it stands out on its own as a unique source, again, of horror and terror. I mean, it actually really is creepy, and I read it. It sends some shrills through the spine. All right. Boom Studios, Something is Killing the Children. Next up, we have a book that is for kids. That's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles one shot from IDW Comics. This is free at any, pretty much any local comic book shop. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Next up, we have the Marauders number 2, which comes out of Hoxpox, or House of X Powers of 10. I love that drawing there. That cover is extraordinarily beautiful, which features one of the members of the Hellfire Club and the very gorgeous Emma Frost, the White Queen. I love how they have drawn her. This is written by Gary Duggan, with contributors Matteo Lally and Federico Blee. Very nice. Love that cover. And also out of House of X Powers of 10, we have Excalibur book number 2. I read book number 1. It was very good. I hope that this one will be just as good once I get a chance to read it. Written by Teenie Howard. Then after that, we have a Key comic. This is King Thor, written by Jason Aaron, which is with the return of the God Butcher. And I say Key comic because this particular villain is supposed to be featured in Thor, the movie that will be directed by Taika Waititi, part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 5, The God Butcher. This will be one of the main villains, or if not the main villain, up in that particular series. And this is a good start, a jump start on that character to learn more about him through the comic book. This is King Thor #3, and I believe this is a 5-part series written by the very talented Jason Aaron. Next up, we have Captain Marvel book #12, The Last Avenger Part 1, as she has turned to the dark side. As you can see here looking kind of creepy there. Wow, yep, that's Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, written by Kelly Thompson. Very nice cover there. Then after that, we have Annihilation's Scourge #1 Alpha. And Marvel has been promoting this particular storyline again, and I'm sure they have for a reason. Let me get that lined up there for you. And usually when they do things like this from their House of Ideas, this story is not new, but from their House of Ideas, because they're lining up stories for a very big story arc in the future of their comic books, and or possibly lining them up with a Marvel movie. And this features Nova, Silver Surfer, and Beta Ray Bill, all of which have been rumored to appear in a Marvel cinematic movie for Phase 5 or going forward. And there's Blastar there and Annihilus, of course. Written by Matt, the story is written by Matt Rosenberg, if I'm correct. Okay, all right. And there's an omnibus coming out next month, retailing for about $125. And then last but not least, we have The Amazing Mary Jane #2, written by Leah Williams, with contributors Carlos Gomez and Carlos Lopez. I haven't read the first book just as of yet, but this is a very comedic cover with Mary Jane. Looks like she's holding a script and being filmed by director Mysterio. And she looks very frustrated or whatever's going on this particular film set. All right, so that's it. That's all, y'all. My very brief comic book haul, the books I picked up today. And we're back to Lex Luthor, Man of Steel. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you are having a good night, good evening, good morning, or whatever time and place it is in the world for you. Please, again, like, share, and subscribe on this channel and help me reach my mark, which is 100 subscribers, hopefully on or before the end of the year. So again, that's it. That's all, y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease.